relatively straight face. He insists that the senile bandit attacked him just to get his wrinkly hands on his silver coins, but the guard swears up and down that there is no chance he would ever mistake the swordmaster's face. When Catal suggests that the man might be using some sneaky illusion magic to disguise himself, the captain says someone so skilled with magic would also deserve a title, making our boy quietly wonder if Swordmaster is a fancy nickname given to just anyone. Tired of listening to the brain-dead barbarian spewing nonsense, the knight captain confirms one last time that it really is the Swordmaster, and then says he will report everything to his lord. Over at the mansion, Lord Barkin is flabbergasted when he hears that Master Kane got his cheeks handed to him by a barbarian.
Yo, Sakuna. Yo, Front, how's it going?
And there he politely apologizes to Master Kane, who also ends up apologizing for the unfortunate misunderstanding. A heavy moment of silence follows.
I'm trying to do the portals at the moment, but I can't really do it.
That fact alone means the Ashen Barbarian is stronger than one of the kingdom's most elite warriors. Although Master Kane only recently became superhuman and is a bottom-tier master, the fact that Catal could easily defeat even the weakest swordmaster makes him a monster on two legs. Just thinking about that.
Cool. I just need to do the portals. Like, I need the stuff from the portal, because I don't have any of it.
Master Kane and our boy quietly stare at one another, since the old man simply cannot bring himself to admit that he got wounded with surgical precision and had his pride.
That's the only thing.
Eventually, he gathers himself and formally introduces his full name as...
Sure, why not?
Which makes our boy pause and curiously...
Because the only thing I got left is the secret portal. Like, yeah, the only thing I really have left is Bizarre Coastline Secret Portal. And then after that, it's like 3 characters, or 4 characters.
The first time he saw it,
yeah, it's 4 characters.
But now that he knows it is an ability of Swordmasters, he is enchanted by its coolness. Lord Kane tells him that what he is seeing is aura, physical manifestation of arcane energy. Remembering how insanely cool the glowing aura made the senile master look, Catal lights up and immediately asks how he can use it too. To put it simply, Lord Kane says aura is a manifestation of arcane power, and when Catal asks if it is like mana, the man explains that arcane is actually the root force that becomes aura for swordsmen and mana for mages. Mysterious power immediately piques our boy's interest, so he eagerly asks the man to teach him.
I need to get Gappy and...
Seeing how dead serious he is about learning it, Lord Kane asks why someone already stronger than a swordmaster would even need his techniques. But Catal explains he lacks any fighting techniques, and only knows how to go unga-bunga and swing around his weapon right now. Hearing that makes the swordmaster feel just a little bit better, thinking maybe he only lost because he never got the chance to draw the very weapon he has mastered. Wanting to restore both his dignity and reputation, Lord Kane decides to reclaim some of his honor by educating the barbarian. With that thought, Lord Kane agrees to teach him, and declares that he is only half a man without his sword. In response, Catal nods as if that makes sense that Lord Kane was so pathetic because he never got to actually use his sword.
Funny Valentine.
Then, our boy says it would be pretty sad if the kingdom handed out swordmaster titles to people this week, which pisses Kane off even more. But he softens the blow by admitting that Master Kane probably could have won the fight if he used his blade, and hearing that brings back just a sliver of the old man's self-respect. Back in the human world, Catal had taken up swordsmanship with some seriousness, yet even then, he soon came to realize that everything he had learned there was meaningless when compared to the swordplay in this new realm, one deeply rooted in manipulating arcane energy. As the scene shifts, the training arc is already underway, with Lord Kane gripping his sword firmly as he speaks about...
Oh, you're gonna need magic characters for this one. Because I'm at this portal. I'm at Portal 5, literally. He got Escanor. Oh no, he has Escanor.
He explains how the man's sword seemed to split into 3 separate strikes.
This is why I hate speedy portals. This is why I hate speed portals. Because god dang, it does not give me enough time to upgrade anything.
By drawing out his sword, which now gleams with a faint green aura that
yeah, but I was doing the portal before I came online, because I was like, I'm about to go online, but I was going to come online like that too, but I guess I'll do it early.
He slams his blade into the ground, and the floor splits open while...
By the way, the enemies here are nature, so...
The old man then launches into a vague explanation about how various techniques coexist and evolve, but Catal doesn't pay much attention to all that, and instead says that he thinks he might be able to copy the skill. The old swordsman, clearly annoyed, scoffs at the idea, claiming it's nonsense and refusing to believe that someone could mimic something he spent his entire life trying to master. However, Catal decides to go for it and swings his axe without hesitation. To everyone's shock, the attack really does split into 5 parts. The old man stands frozen, his jaw nearly touching the floor, unable to process what he has just seen. When Catal asks if the technique is accurate, the old master admits that while it looks convincing, the barbarian can only use his speed to fake the effect rather than to replicate the skill. The old teacher really gets fooled for a brief moment, but then finally regains his composure and tells the barbarian that there was no real technique behind that strike. Catal calls him smart, saying that the swordsmanship is meant for real combat, even if the end result mattered more than the method used to get there. The old man begins to grow uneasy, and the weight of Catal's words starts sinking in until he actually sheds a few quiet tears, hurt by the realization that what the barbarian said might be true. But Lord Kane refuses to be looked down on so easily, and to prove himself, he performs another move where his entire body appears to separate. He then proudly declares that the technique is called bodily separation, and that it can only be achieved through absolute mastery of aura. Next, he turns to Catal and directly challenges him, asking if he can copy this technique too. Without hesitation, the barbarian steps forward, and by moving at extreme speed, fakes the effect once more, making it appear as if his body is split. The force of his attack tears off the roof and spurs up a powerful whirlwind. Standing tall, the ashen barbarian asks with confidence if that was the correct form. The old man, now unable to keep it together, drops to his knees with tears in his eyes. He simply cannot accept that someone like Catal could mimic the techniques he had spent an entire lifetime refining. Catal turns to him and says that for someone with such a stern appearance, he really does get emotional too easily. Then, trying to lift the mood, Catal tells him that his swordsmanship is actually quite impressive, and even admits that he had only swung his axe at full speed, saying it wasn't real swordsmanship at all. This little praise is more than enough to lift the old master's spirits, and soon he falls into a spiral of self-satisfaction, proudly thinking that only he in the entire world could ever truly embody both illusion and reality. Clutching his fist and whispering to himself, he insists that there is absolutely nothing wrong with his technique, and that the real issue lies in the fact that the barbarian is just an absolute madman. Catal then brings up a calm request, asking the old man if he can truly teach him the deeper meaning behind the technique. The old geezer, still feeling the weight of his earlier emotions, offers an apology for letting himself slip like that, and soon after, his tone turns more focused. He explains that the first step on this path is learning how to control the aura, and for that to happen, one must first begin to comprehend the arcane through sense. At that moment, Lord Kane adds that reaching the higher realms of mastery is something no one can
I'm
accomplish.
about to say, yeah, I'll be going on AG today. Today I'll be going on AG.
Catal asks whether this divine power exists as something entirely separate, and
But
mentions
yeah,
that
today I
divine
will
power
be
is
going on
something
AG. Trust me, I will.
granted by the gods, and holds no connection to a person's own skill or effort. He continues without pause, speaking about the arcane as a hidden force resting deep within each individual, and claims it to be the origin point from which all other abilities are born. Then he begins to describe the 5 stages of arcane mastery, with the very first of them being nothing more than the simple act of sensing its presence. Catal wonders
Hold
aloud
on for a
whether
second
anyone
before we
is truly
start.
capable of doing that. The old man answers with a quiet denial, explaining that only those who are able to feel it truly fall into what he calls the third class. As he goes on about the 5 stages, Tal finds himself recalling something Elena once mentioned, and it starts to make sense. The old man then remarks that this structure is only a convenient
A kind of a horror game? Not really. I would say it's something. It's a grindy as hell. Yes, I would say that.
After
But
most of the
hard,
class,
not
Master Kane
really.
calmly tells him to try feeling everything around him, because awakening the perception of the arcane
But
means
then again,
removing
it
all
also
limits to
depends
its
on your
effects.
units if you're
He
using
explains
them
how
right.
like burning the
So
wind under your skin,
it also
the
depends on the
technique can
characters you
itself be
have.
second present. But after just a few seconds, Tal flat out
Because I was like, I'm playing it. I'm like, yeah, no, it's not that hard.
Master Kane did not expect him to give up that fast, and admits he assumed someone with Catal's level of strength might not be able to pick it up so easily. After all, it is pretty common for warriors without any magical training to slowly gain arcane perception over time, which makes this barbarian an unusual exception. Master Kane then guesses it to be one of those training quirks caused by the White Wasteland. Catal recalls that none of the other barbarians he knew had any idea what this power
Oh
was.
no. Oh yeah, I forgot
Catal
Guts is
explains
like
that the
very
gods
grindy.
notice that since his arcane is far from easy, which is why he offers to channel a bit of energy into him and unlock his path by brute force. Even though he still doesn't understand a single thing the old man just said, Catal feels excited once he realizes Master Kane is about to transfer some of his aura. With the soul of a true aura farmer, Catal is hyped as he says he's more than ready for whatever comes next. He sits down with high expectations, while the Swordmaster tells him to let go of all tension and focus completely on what is happening inside his body. After that, Master Kane places a steady hand on his back and begins channeling aura second when he senses what is actually going on inside this guy. He starts questioning whether the Ashen Barbarian is even human, because his insides feel more solid than the rock, and his muscle density is
Oh,
so
you
great
got him. Oh, you got him from. You got lucky on that one then.
Al turns his head around and asks what the holdup is.
Oh, you got lucky then. You got real lucky with Grant there.
That he simply cannot reach Catal's arcane core. No matter how far he pushes his aura, it feels like he is being pulled deeper and deeper into the never-ending abyss that keeps crushing him with its raw pressure. Eventually, he admits that this method will not work at all. Hearing that, Catal's disappointment is immeasurable and his day is ruined. He stares in confusion and frustration, asking if it is just not possible because he has zero talent for magic. But Master Kane firmly clarifies that simply channeling aura into him is not enough to draw out the
Can't
arcane
blame
himself.
you.
The only remaining option is for people like him to awaken it on their own. The problem is, though, that he could not even find a
Oh
counterpart
nah, that's not. That
who
shouldn't
could
be
also share a
possible.
body.
And
Baffled
I
by
feel
this
like that
situation,
done. You just done a
Catal
lot of
questions
people
Master
dirty.
Power in Catal.
That's just
Master
being
Kane
lucky.
explains that even if he could not confirm it,
Sid
because
Guardian
Catal's body is far too small,
from the
he
Nine
still
Market.
can't
Nah, that's
believe
just
that his
lucky.
aura needs to
That's
pass
just
through his
luck.
body smoothly. But Catal's build is so absurdly solid that his aura cannot travel far enough inside. After realizing that even a top-tier swordmaster like this guy cannot help him, he pouts like a kid and mutters that this means he will never get to use that cool, mysterious power. In response, Master Kane tells him that he cannot say for sure whether there is a path or not, so he might just need to find a swordmaster with a stronger aura, or try his luck at the Mage Tower instead. Though he sincerely apologizes for not being able to help more, Catal just brushes it off, letting his feelings
Ah,
slide
some
since
people.
it's
So
not
some
his
people
fault.
got him
After
before.
that, he thanks the senile swordsman for
So some
rescuing
people
Catal
got him
from the
before he
abyss.
even came
He
out.
admits
Oh no,
alone
that's
that the
crazy.
barbarian he had met until now was just a violent, brain-dead beast with no place in civilized society. After
Wow.
his
So the
honest and
material
truthful answer,
to
Master Kane
literally
offers to
get
send him a message
the
shortly,
care for the
asking
characters
whether he would crush one of
is
the
just
Mage King and
literally.
gain noble status in return. Master Kane says he would easily rise through the ranks because of how powerful he is, and offers to sponsor him personally. Still, our hero turns down the tempting
Yeah, you
offer
just got
and sets
lucky.
himself
I'm gonna
approach
be
with no
honest.
plans to settle down in one place. That makes the swordmaster a little disappointed, because Catal's raw power would make a big difference to the Empire's control. Master Kane presses again, asking if Catal really has no interest in this once-in-a-lifetime chance to become nobility. But the barbarian makes it clear he is a freedom-loving American who bows to no one. Hearing that, the swordmaster goes speechless, and Catal thanks him once more.
Motherfuckers were flexing this shit in Discord. I mean,
Later,
I
when
would
Catal
too, to be
confronts Al,
honest. We gonna be
he
honest. I would
reflects
be
on how
too.
foolish it was to think someone like Catal could ever be controlled. The fact that he acts on his own free will just makes him even more dangerous than the other demons from the snow pits. Sighing in frustration, Master Kane quietly wonders what the Emperor is even thinking by trying to conquer the demon realm of all places. Back at Luke Barton's chambers, the Lord asks if Master Kane is certain that the Emperor intends to take over the demon lands, and the Swordmaster confirms it, saying the Emperor is practically sending people to their deaths under the excuse of gathering information. That alone raises real suspicions he might be a reincarnation of one of the former Mad Emperors. Since the Empire has not even managed to fully conquer the human realm yet, Master Kane warns that the time may be approaching when they get summoned. He also informs the Lord that while not confirmed, there are more and more reports that dungeon outbreaks are getting worse, likely due to the blight spreading from the human realm. Whatever the cause may be, humanity is going to suffer the most. And then Master Kane brings up the final issue. The biggest anomaly to escape the wasteland is now roaming free. With all that said, he asks the Lord what he thinks, and even though Lord Barthen believes Catal is not their enemy, he quietly says that only time will tell what path the Ashen Barbarian will choose. After giving the Swordmaster a humiliating existential crisis, a new day rose, and Catal is back to exploring the Varkan territory like a happy wanderer. Now he's starting to notice that wherever he goes, children cry and cling to their mamas. Even grown men will try their darndest to stay out of his way. He wondered if these extreme reactions were due to his primitive clothes, instead of his monstrous frame built for the NBA. He's wearing a beast-hide vest, which doesn't exactly scream civilized, especially to normal folks. For today's mission, it's time to finally get some civilized clothing. The first store he visited was quite high-end. All sorts of colorful fabrics and garments were laid out neatly. When the manager saw what kind of hulking beast had just walked into the store, he almost passed out in fright. How would you feel if a barbarian towered over you, demanding some new trim? On the brink of tears, the manager regrettably relayed that they don't have anything giant-sized, but if he's willing to wait, they could certainly make a custom order with
Yeah,
thousands of
Escanor
colors.
update. A
Master Kane
freaking
promised to
Escanor
provide him
update. We need a new Seven Deadly Sins update. We need a Seven Deadly Sins update. That's what we need. We need a Naruto. We need a Seven Deadly Sins update.
After getting measured and finalizing
Yes, we need to. Hey, yo, what's up, AJ? How's it been? It's been a while.
Curious and picked it up. He examined the gemstone closer and was mesmerized by its luster. Catal innocently pocketed the shiny gem and made a note to ask the guild hall people about it. As always, he went straight to Rosa, the receptionist. The barbarian handed her the gemstone and asked for any relevant information. Rosa gave it a brief examination and concluded that it's not a gemstone. The surface is white.
No, we need a seven deadly sins update.
There are no markings or names, so it's hard to say what it is. But as the
I
hunt
don't care what you said. We need a seven deadly sins update. When's the last time we had one?
Catal flicked his fingers and woke Rosa up from her
That would
trance.
be a perfect opportunity to literally rework Escanor.
He had to interfere as she looked dangerously entranced by the thing. It sounds like she didn't even notice the bizarre pull it had on her. Now, Rosa could slightly feel
Hold
the
on,
energy
changing characters.
oozing out of the mysterious orb. She offered to get it appraised by a professional, but Catal preferred to
No, we did
investigate the
not.
thing himself. Doing side quests is part of the fun.
Fraud, why are you lying? At this point, brother, you're definitely lying.
As always, it was a bunch of
Brother, you keep forgetting. I play tower defense. It's like 24/7.
the usual stuff. Other mercenaries would have scoffed at the list, but Catal was just
So no, we did not.
he quickly blitzed through the list, got his rewards, and retired to his room after another fulfilling day. Before calling it a day, he pulled out the mysterious orb and pondered it for a moment. As far as he could tell,
Yes, that is not an update. That does not count, brother. That's just one character.
He was suddenly transported inside his mind as the voice
This update for ALS, we got like a new godly. We got Johnny from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think he was part. Is he like part five? Or he's like part five or part six? Either one. I'm not entirely sure.
wild vines and traversing the outskirts of the city, he found a hidden cavern. He smiled with amusement as he freely entered the maw with an unknown entity waiting on the other side. Unbeknownst to Catal, he was being monitored as soon as he entered the dingy cave. He was being eyed as just another sacrifice, a dumb barbarian big enough to make a good offering. The magical skeletal freak on the other side of the surveillance is giddy at the thought of having his 10th sacrificial victim for the sake of resurrection. In the past, during a great warring period, many kingdoms fell into ruin. Behind all that destruction was an evil mage who manipulated and disturbed people's emotions. He controlled the minds of
I'm
countless
not telling you how I grind Freerin. I'm
eventually,
not telling you that.
atrocities
You'll
caused
be fine. You'll be fine without knowing it.
before his downfall, he transferred his soul into a light vessel, becoming a lich. He became an undying soul tied to his vessel. The wickedly evil mage who once dominated the world had been biding his time, planning his resurrection. Since he needed many lives to sacrifice in the name of revival, he eventually settled in a remote fief. He began spreading bewitching orbs and lured unwitting victims. All these innocent lives fueled the manacle needed for his true revival. Once he descends, he plans to conquer the world using a great power stronger than ever. Countless years have passed, and his goal is steadily drawing closer to success, but he wondered why a barbarian would come to such a remote and quaint territory. This was supposed to be his quiet sacrifice farm. Creatures from the north don't usually leave their wretched nest. Nevertheless, with the barbarian's size alone, he would surely make a fine offering. The orb is enchanted with a special effect to lure those untouched by the arcane. This way, only ignorant and puny mortals would be affected. So, the lich felt confident that the barbarian ensnared by his trap was just another ordinary soul with no arcane sense, a simple brute. He continued letting the barbarian follow the voice, eager to add another foundation for his glorious resurrection. Meanwhile, Catal was just casually strolling in the dank hallways until he reached a wooden gate. When he opened that old-ass door, he found the freaky skeleton mage trying hard to aura farm. Identifying that what stood before him was a real lich, Catal almost burst with excitement. From what Catal knows, those freaks were once mages who had reached the extreme. They are the ultimate fantasy villains. The barbarian was nerding out. Seeing as the brute didn't feel fear, or even a little bit of apprehension, the lich felt a little uneasy. Now Catal has an explanation and a culprit for the orb's luring prowess. The lich is starting to question his methods. He surely doesn't sense any arcane from the muscle head. This guy is supposed to be a normal barbarian. Then the only explanation must be some kind of mental protection artifact, and a high-end one at that. Something powerful enough to block the senses of a lich. He praised the barbarian's luck for stumbling upon such a thing when Catal had no idea what he was talking about. The lich waved his scepter and wrapped the loose skeleton around the crypt of the neck, while threatening to crush Catal by force. He set his minions loose to swarm the living sacrifice. Catal was just enjoying living a classic fantasy game encounter, a dungeon showdown with an evil lich. As soon as the first skeleton entered his range, he bitch slapped that pile of bones to the dirt. It was so forceful that it sent shivers down the summoner's spine as the skull cracked and fragmented. Vital rated his slap a little flimsy, but yielded better results than he expected. With his pride hurt, the Lich set his sights on Vital's arms and legs for the next.
No, you did not. Yes, I know. I was damn near close to do it because remember she has a nuke that does 7.5 trillion. A literal nuke it does 7.5 trillion damage and time stops.
By a brutal roundhouse kick. The fourth was sent
So she could be damn near close to doing it.
Slack-jawed. Thankfully, Vital had some experience dealing with these.
Okay, so I got Johnny's ear already. I got Johnny's ear already, which is one of the things I need, so that's cool. It didn't take that long, which is good. Yeah, but I'm doing it. I was using it because, the Ella, because of the buff, basically. I was using her because of the buff. Wait, shit. Which one? I forgot what damage that was. Fuck it, I'm bringing dark. Brother's bringing light. Fuck it, I'm bringing dark. Hold on, I need to change one character because I still have Corolo in because I was you doing that to farm him. No, Meliodas does not freaking count. Get that through your head already. Meliodas does not count as literally an update for what's the name for a Seven Deadly Sins update. Especially since it was like a whole bunch of random ass characters. That does not count. A One Piece update is where all the characters are mostly One Piece related. Just like the Hunter x Hunter was mostly Hunter x Hunter characters. That is an anime update. Ah, it was water. All right, so now I need Gappy, and I also need what's her name? I also need his evolution thing, and to do that last portal. Yeah, but yeah, Wonder You, if I remember correctly, he's supposed to be in the very last portal. He's supposed to be in the secret portal. Because I'm like, yeah, he probably comes from the secret portal. Yeah, I figured it was 100%. I'm about to say, brother, you missed it. You missed it also. He showed me, I had a friend who showed me Wonder U's like range. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's stupid. His range is too damn high. Wonder U's range is too damn high. Yup. Like, yeah. Ah. So your friend did show you, but like, yeah, his range is too dang high. It seems like he might be a meta character. Who knows how long he'll be a meta character? He might be a meta character for like a long while. Wait, who is nature? No, because he's fire. I believe he's also fire. He's water. Is Tank nature? Nope, Tank is water. Oh, by the way, he does have a nuke. Yes, Sung Jin Woo actually has a nuke. You just have to level up to it. I swear people forget that he has a nuke. I swear niggas be forgetting that he has a literal nuke. The only downside to the nuke is literally that what was it? Oh yeah, it's the only downside to his nuke is that he just deletes himself after he does it, basically. I'm about to say, yeah, Blocks Fruits is getting this update. It's an update in a while, very soon. So I might be playing it. I might be live streaming Blocks Fruits when the update comes. I got Gogeta Blue and Vegito Blue. Both of them on the same team. Shit's about to get crazy, G. Wait, what boss event? Do you mean the one for Anime Rangers? Do you mean the one for like Anime Rangers X? Yep, I figure. Again? Okay, that's just again. Seriously, what the heck? I got it again. That's twice in a row. What the heck? I mean, can you give me the other thing that I need besides the ear? I would very much like the corpse eye, if you will. I would very much like the eye instead of the ear. Thank you. Because I got that twice in a row. Uh, all right, Gogito, blue. I'm like, yeah, I'm never going to get lucky with the portals. At least they're giving me these though. At least they're giving me actual mythical shards, like spirit shards, that are actually pretty good. And I'm not kind of just getting them the same ones over and over again. I believe this one is supposed to be light, so I'm using a darkness team. Where is it? This one. I want to at least try to do like the secret portal before I go to AG. That's what I at least want to try to do. I want to try to do like the secret portal before I go to AG. I know that might take a little. Yes, the funny thing is, this Meliodas damn near has the exact same thing as Sung Jin Woo, where he can kill enemies that he can revive enemies that he's killed. I forgot which one it was. Ah, it's pity. It's petty. Oh, I got the portal. Oh, I got the portal already. That's fast. And it's a water. I call that one lucky. Well, let's go do that portal. All right, now I gotta switch because I don't have another slot to like make a nature team and whatnot. So I just have to do it by hand. Hold on. Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put Wukong first. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And the main reason people be asking me the main reason why I use Jorno and instead of is because of his that ability that basically is like Poochie's. No, 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 brother. I told you I use the ability. I use it literally because of that. I use it because of that ability. I mean, you're not wrong. Wait, I got 10? Oh, and 5 mythical. Oh, another water portal. Okay, so 70. All right, so this will be the last portal. Never mind. I press leave. We can just leave. I was like, nah, that's gonna be my last portal before I switch to AG, and I'm like, fuck it, never mind, just leave. Never mind, just leave. Because I was finna switch to AG. But the same we got, so they just gave us Wonder U without Tor. That's kind of fucked up now that I think about it. Where's Tor? Where's Tor? Why do we have Wonder U without Tor himself? Wait, you got him too? Wait, you still got him? I didn't know you could still get him. Yup, now you got two. What? I have to come back to this. Oh no, I have to come back to it. I will have to come back to that. Like, yeah, I will have to come back to that. Well, that's one character. Like three more characters to go. Cause yeah, I definitely need some more mythical shards. So yeah, now just literally three more characters left and a whole bunch of mythical shards to grind. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's almost every bounty done. Yeah, that's literally almost every bounty done. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Because I going 9 out of 10. I need to roll a trait on Wonder U and Funny Valentine. I'm probably not going to use the other two. They might be good, but I'm probably not going to use the other two. That'll do. I'm not gonna go crazy. That'll do. As long as it's an S, I don't care if it's S minus. As long as it's an S, that's good for me. That's good enough for me. So they're just support characters anyway. Yeah, I don't need them. I might do them later on, eventually anyway. So even if they are support characters, I might get trade on them eventually. But like right now, no, I don't want to trade on them. Well, that was fast. Well, that was fast. That was fast. No, seriously, that was fast. Yep, only 280 range. Yep, 280 range. Brother, that's the biggest range in the game, brother. That's damn near the entire map. Not a lot of characters have that much range. Like some of the godlies don't even have that much range. The only godly that literally comes close is fucking Luffy. Yeah, the only godly that comes even close to that range is Luffy. Yeah, Usopp has yes, Usopp. It says Usopp has infinite range. Do I have my Usopp still? I should still have my Usopp because I didn't get rid of him unless my friend did. But yeah, last time I checked, Usopp has infinite range. Yeah, he has infinite range. Yeah, the godly with the most range is Luffy. Imagine if they made this motherfucker OP. Imagine if Usopp was OP. That would be crazy, especially with the infinite range. Just like unstoppable damage and then infinite range. Wait, Ichigo? Huh? Hold on, let me check. Not for me. It is not for me. I'm looking at both of them right now. I both have them both glitch and glorious. And mind you, I have them both glitch and glorious. Brother, I'm not gonna do math, so you might be right. I'm like, yeah, you might be right, but I'm not gonna do math. I'm like, yeah, you might be right, but I'm not gonna do math. Because that's what that machine requires, math. Nope, I'm not doing that. Of course, he's gonna be the one that takes the most. Of course, he was the one that takes a lot more rerolls than Wonder You. Of course, he was the one that takes more rerolls than fucking Wonder You. What the hell? I do like Utah's, even though Utah's is very simple, I do like it. Even though Utah's is like very simple, I still like it. Like, yes, I can make Escanor to a godly. I just haven't done it. Wait, did I get the title? Did I get the title for him? Because I'm pretty sure the last one is supposed to be his title. Yep, I did. Yeah, I did. Approaching calamity. Yeah. All right, brothers, I'm for the switch to AG. Can someone help you with Utah? No, I can't. A brother literally asking someone helping with Utah. No, nope, no one can. Oh, he got all. Oh, brother, you get Prince, you getting off? I have some gems. Last time I check. Last time I check, I have some gems. I might not have like a whole ridiculous bunch, but I do have some gems. What the heck? I'm like, don't look at me. How am I supposed to know why it's taking so long? Like, I'm confused on why it's taking so long to load too. So,
What's up, everybody? Steven Killer here. It's time to bring you a new reaction video. But before that,
I'm like,
remember,
yeah, I figured it was a
subscribe to the
server.
channel right now or not subscribe. This means two things. You're either friend of the channel or returning. And I do hope that this video gets you to hit that subscribe button today. Last year, we didn't hit our goal of live Goku versus Frieza. Yeah, he's doing more than just taking their butts. Just saying that right now. What the fuck? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, is he gonna go through all the versions of Cell 2? Welcome back to the good old round. And y'all already know what time it is. It's the graphic destroyer time, baby. And it is none other than this homicidal maniac, freaky ass green roach. So, when I say he's a freaky ass roach, I mean that literally. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty. For when this aired, I remember that this
I'm like, I don't know why it's taking so long. This was never an issue before.
we don't get much more. Like this was the peak horror.
This is the first time that this actually had a problem, to be honest.
This trial will go as follows. This roach will have three exhibits for each single form, and this is where we're gonna have some fun because we're gonna grade each of them separately. Because let's be real, you know damn well what this
Okay, yeah, imperfect cell, yeah, asylum for him. Definitely, definitely. Let's go! I know that there's also like a kid booth video. I don't know if I've watched it. I can't remember if I've watched it, but I remember seeing a thumbnail of it. I may have to do that if I haven't reacted to that at some
Yeah,
point.
but yeah, me restarting. Okay, so I have to stop streaming and come back then.